I went to jail, and a lot of shame and guilt set in, and then the process just kept repeating. And I was sitting in rehab, and I'm like, look, either I'm gonna get sober and I'm gonna stop doing this, or this is gonna be my life.
Welcome back. You are watching the Dr. Nandi Show, and today, really important show. Drugs destroy families. My next guest knows that only too well because after years of addiction, not everyone in his family are on speaking terms with him. He had a heavy crack cocaine habit, but he's been clean for over 4 years now and knows forgiveness, like recovery, can take time. The 36-year-old is rebuilding his life, and 9 months ago, he became a father, and the future is looking bright. Please welcome Jeremy Barton. Congratulations on being a dad. Absolutely. You know, I'll start right away. You know, your addiction started at age 14 and then just start escalating, and your family reported you to the police, my notes say. What happened?
Yeah, so I started off like, I guess, what normal kids do, you know, smoking weed after the football game, drinking a couple beers, and then it progressed into cocaine, and then I was a senior in high school and I was introduced to crack cocaine. And the minute that I used crack cocaine, all bets were off. I was willing to do whatever it took to get high, and I started stealing from my family.
Do you remember the first time you used it?
Yeah.
And what happened?
It was just, for me, it was the greatest feeling in the world.
And in what way were you not feeling good before that?
Like growing up, my mom and dad had got divorced at a really young age, and then my mom had her own substance abuse issues. So when I was 14, she had got busted selling crack or cocaine, and I was forced to go live with my grandparents, and I had a lot of anger, and I had a lot of resentments about myself and whether I was good enough and why did my mom do the things that she did. So when I used any sort of substance, it took them feelings away.
It took the pain away, didn't it?
It took the pain away. It took the anger away. It took the not feeling like I was good enough, like I didn't care about those feelings.
When it got so bad, your own family called the police on you. What did you do?
Yeah, I had, at the point that they called the police, like I had stole TVs, I had stole guns, I had stole radios, I had stole car radios, and they kept telling me, you know, you do it again, we're gonna call the cops, and I had took the fax machine at the time. It was 2000, so fax machines were kind of cool back then.
Yeah.
They were expensive, and I took it.
It was your grandma's, huh?
Yeah, and I was living with my grandparents, and they called the cops.
And then what happened? You went to jail?
I went to jail, and a lot of shame and guilt set in, and then the process just kept repeating. You know, I was charged with a felony. I got out of jail, and now it's even harder for me to get employment. It's even harder for me to do the things I do, because not only am I suffering from the substance use disorder, but I also have a felony on my record, which makes it even harder.
And here's the thing, you know, at one point you were $100 a day on crack.
Yeah.
Can you, looking back, do you find that an amazing thing?
Yeah, because now I got to pay bills, and and I got credit cards, and, you know, I'm using my credit cards when I'm like, you know, I was doing $100 a day crack habit, and somehow, some way, every single day I would find the money to do that.
And you're doing so well. Now, what happened? How'd you hit your rock bottom that made you come back to life and say, I got to stop doing this?
So in July of 2014, I was released from my third prison term. I had been prison 3 different times, and they sent me to rehab, and within a 3-month period, I had went to rehab, I had went to transitional housing, I had got kicked out of transitional housing, I had been let back into transitional housing, I had been in a homeless shelter, I had been in another rehab, got kicked out of rehab, I had been to jail, and I had been to rehab for the last time, and I was sitting in rehab for the last time, and I'm like, look, either I'm gonna get sober and I'm gonna stop doing this, or this is gonna be my life. I'm going to spend the rest of my life in jails, institutions, rehabs, or I'm going to wind up dead.
And I know before we were talking, you said that guilt and shaming is not the way, is it?
No.
This is really important for those of you who have family members, friends, anybody, a loved one. Guilting someone, shaming them is not the way, is it?
No, like, so I had my beautiful son in the audience today, and I was thinking about that before I came up today. And my girlfriend, my fiance, she's in long-term recovery too. And we have a beautiful son, and for the rest of his life, he's gonna know substance use as love. You know, and to us as a community can know that same love that he sees for his 2 parents that are in long-term recovery. We're not gonna get the solutions that we could get.
Absolutely, and you know, your story is so amazing that you can come from that place, 3 prison terms, hitting rock bottom. Look where you are. The future is bright for you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. And if there's a message that I can give you from his story, that again, no guilt, no shame. Remember that love will persevere. Support the people around you. Give them the tools. And remember that addiction is a response to pain, not a weakness in character. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Partha Nandi. And if you enjoyed that video, you're going to love the next one. It's full of incredible information to help you start your health hero journey.